Good morning. Good morning. You're Adam Moe? Okay, so we're here because Mr. Moe is on probation for I did a different type thing where Mr. Moe went and did some time on some of his cases in prison, got out and is now on probation. Apparently, there are some potential issues with regard to where he's living that weren't issues with parole, but are issues with probation. Is that correct?
It sounds like they may be issues with probation.
Okay.
That's kind of why our original emergency motion had a strange title, because we didn't know what else to call this.
Sure.
Other than in an effort to make sure that he is doing everything correctly. I think our mission on that was, let's get in front of the court and make sure this is being done correctly.
So what's the issue, potentially?
Adam's parents, Jody and Chris Moe, who the court may remember, and they're present again today, while Adam was incarcerated, went to a number of links with the folks from parole to make sure that any home that Adam was going to live in upon his release and beginning the out of prison portion of probation and parole, because he's on parole too.
Correct.
That their home where he was going to live was in compliance.
Right. Parole's approved it.
Parole has approved it.
So where are we?
If the court doesn't mind, I'd rather not say the address.
No, I don't need that. I just need to know what the issue is with probation.
The issue is we are at 574 feet from a church that has a playground attached to it. And I don't want to speak for probation at all, but condition, I think it's 33, it isn't vague, but it's neither inclusive nor exhaustive. So I don't know exactly what the conversation was that probation had with Adam the day that he reported immediately upon his release from prison a couple weeks ago. And I don't believe that the conversation was, hey, you can't live there. It was, this is kind of an issue. So our position is a lot of effort was made.
So what's the issue?
Excuse me. So his condition number 33 says that he's not to be within 1,000 feet of places where children commonly gather.
Right.
So it's not limited to that list. And so I believe it's the 574 feet from the church with the playground attached is the issue.
Okay. I'm looking at the order now. Mr. Hoffpower, any strong feelings one way or the other?
Judge, we'll leave it to discretion of the court. I understand what probation is worried about.
Sure.
They want to set them up to fail. I do understand that's unique with parole and probation, two different entities, but
Well, and
I
the
don't want him
offenses
violated.
were possession of child pornography.
correct.
There weren't any allegations of
There were 10,
assaults or anything like
Correct.
that? Okay.
just 10 charges of possession. And 5, we put 5, got penitentiary and 5 with probation.
Right. Is there a GPS at this point?
No,
He hasn't had his initial, actually, Ms. Simon is tomorrow. He just did intake and correct me if
Sure.
I'm wrong. He just did.
No, and I appreciate being proactive, and that is good. We don't want to be in here the first month because there's a violation, which technically that would be a violation. There's no doubt that it's not vague. That would for sure be a
No,
violation.
in my reading too on the geography of this thing, Judge, is that if Adam were to make, I'm going to call it a left turn if I've got the map correct in my head, if he were even to turn incorrectly down the main street where this house is, that would be a parole violation. So our position is that parole's assessment here, and I know the numbers are what they are, but that it covers both issues. So it's not like there's some kind of leeway to go even closer to that facility. He isn't going that way. He cannot, or he's in violation of what's been set up for with parole.
Ms. Roach says if he lived there when he sentenced him, he's grandfathered.
He's not, though. They specifically moved to
Okay,
thank you, though.
yes.
Miss Roach is watching to make sure, because if you were living somewhere already, there's kind of a grandfathered in, but they specifically moved to try to make it better and,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Well, here's what I'll do. I will allow a modification of number 33. But I want it to somehow, some type of addendum or attachment that's very specific, because this isn't going to be a exception for all, only for this specific. So I will need probably the address of that church, so that in the orders, it says that you can be within 574 feet of that specific place. 33 stays the same for everywhere else. So it can be 33 can read like it does, and then you can add with the exception of that one place. Also, at least for, I would say, 6 months or so, or depending on how probation feels once he gets going, and if he's following all the rules and treatment and things like that with the LSOTP and all of that stuff, then I want a GPS monitoring device on at least for a minimum of 6 months to make sure that the rules are being followed, that he's going the right way, and there's not any issues. And that way, once we're all more comfortable with how things are going now that he's out of prison, then I'm okay with getting rid of that once you're okay with that, if he's following through with treatment and everything like that. Make sense? Okay?
Just one question. I think there's not a school issue.
It's not the school issue, it's just the church.
The church. Yeah, the church with the, so I want that, that's the only exception, and the exception is the 574. So like you said, turn the other way, don't get any closer than what you're saying. That way there won't be an issue with it being any closer than what you're saying at any times that it would show up on that GPS. Make sense? Okay?
Yes.
All right, thanks. Y'all are free to go. No, ma'am. Mr. Burbank, Renisha Chason. Mr. Chason tested negative for everything, so that's good. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I need your signature, though. All right, ma'am, you're Renisha Chason. And will she waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She will, Your Honor.
And again, we're just going to get a plea on the new indictment, reset the MTRP case, and come back and see where we are with the pre-sentence report. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. That goes with that also.
Judge, just to refresh the court's recollection, the co-defendant in this case, who is the, in my opinion, much more culpable defendant, has already pled the TDC time.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Chason, in cause number 24, DCCR 2351, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense.
This is one of the most important moments in the entire hearing. The judge isn't just asking routine questions, she's making sure this guilty plea is completely voluntary and legally valid. If the defendant doesn't fully understand the consequences, the plea could later be challenged. Do you think this plea deal is a fair second chance, or is the punishment too lenient? Let us know in the comments.
Of injury to a child, and that's from July 19th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? I'm sorry? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they've charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Burbank? And do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? So